Okay, so here's everything that comes in the packaging. You got this remote, you got this USB to the power cable, then you got the 4 LED strips, or the RGB strips, and obviously like the converter box thing that's attached to it. Just everything that comes in here. This is also app controlled as well, apparently, so that would be cool, downloading the app on here and being able to control the lights with this thing. So yeah, let's get into installing this. Okay, so to do this, you're just going to want to take off this plastic trim. Next, you've got 4 screws all around here. These are T20 bits, so you're going to want to use your T20 bit. Okay, once you've got all of those out, you can then pull your head unit out. If you've got the stock head unit, it's exactly the same process. Just a quick side note, this comes with the 4 LEDs, you can see 2 of them down there. So it comes with 4 to put one at the front there, another one under your feet where you're driving, and 2 to go underneath the back seats. Well, to go underneath the front seats, but it shows in the back. I don't want them in the back, so I'm just gonna chop these off because I don't want these other 2. I only want 2 of them to go in the front there and on the driver's side. So obviously if you want to put some in the back, you can keep these and run them in the back. I have another video, it's like, I think it's like the 2nd video I've ever uploaded of putting these in as well. So if you want to know how to run them in the back, you can watch, like, I think it's like my 2nd video on my channel. So you can just scroll to my 2nd video and just watch how to put these in. Okay, so I've got this box here. I've already cut off the extra 2 wires that I don't want. So I've put the box in the middle. I've run this light piece here through one of the holes at the back, which comes straight out into here. So you can see the wire here with the light at the end of it. So it literally runs through there, out here, and then we can run it somewhere down there and underneath. So that can chill down there for now. Then the light that's going to go on this side, I'm going to grab I'll grab the light, and at the back at the bottom left there's a hole there. So if I literally just shove this down the bottom left area. Okay, I've already got cables running down there, so this is, it's not just going to drop down like it usually would, but I'll just push it down there. Then as you can see right here, it comes through. So I can now pull it from down here, and you see the cable dragging there as it comes out here. So there we go. Now this light is down here. We can now stick that under here in a minute. So now this box will just chill somewhere back in here, down and out the way. Okay, so we need to add power to this box now, this box here. And in a previous video, which I will link up above somewhere here, you see a little card thing pop up, I install this USB connector, which has 2 USB ports on it. So one of them's already been used for my lights here, and now I'm going to use the other side for the footwell lights. So we're just going to plug in the power cable, which is here. So USB is just going to go into this, and then the other end is going to go into it. Okay, so as you can see, I've now got the USB cable in there and the other end into the box. So now this is completely wired up. Everything here is now done. If I turn on the car, the lights will turn on because this thing that I installed turns on whenever I turn on the car. So I'll just point the phone down here to the light, and you'll see when I turn on the power of my car, the light comes on. Turn off the car, it turns off. Alright, so there it is working. So now I'm just going to shove everything back behind there again and tidy up this area then I'm gonna stick the lights underneath where they're meant to go. On the floor, excuse all the mess on the floor. I need to hoover my car. As you can see, I've stuck one of the lights here. So I just carried on the wire there and pushed it down there. It comes out down here. As you can see, this just fell. So I put new tape on this and it's still not sticking. And I've realized it's just the little surface that's under here does not actually stick well. Let me turn on the light. So yeah, this surface that you see here, things just don't stick to it well. So it's not gonna stick. So what I've done is, there's this little piece here. I've just put 2 zip ties around it here. Like I've just looped 2 zip ties. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put this light through here like this. Let me actually look at what I'm doing on the phone. So I'm gonna put this in here, and then I'm gonna zip tie it up to this so it just stays there. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll show you what I mean when it's actually zip tied on there. So it'll be kind of like this, but zip tied up onto that so it's out the way. This might be better than it was going to be before actually, because now it's further back in there, and as you can see it here, so the zip ties are on it. It's really firm in there. Like obviously this side's going to be a bit dangly, but when you're driving you won't see that. This wire here is also going to get tucked up and pulled back this way a bit, so I can see it here. So you can see if I just pull the slack on that wire, it brings it up a bit here. So I'll just pull that in and keep that over there and zip tie it up or something. But yeah, the light's up in here and that's firm, that's going nowhere, and you can see it from here. But if I go back to like where the car is and stuff, other than this wire that's hanging down that I'll tuck up for the time being, other than that you can't actually see it from outside at all. So it's not even noticeable. Nobody will see it zip tied or anything like that unless you purposely go all the way into your car and shove your head up there, then you'll see it. But just for normal viewing from outside, you actually can't see it whatsoever, so that's perfect. So I'm going to stick on the other side, and hopefully the other side is fine. I still need to put all of that back up in there, but I'm going to zip tie the wires together. Okay, on this side there's a huge amount of surface area under here. As you can see, you have plenty of space to stick it. So I'm going to put my hand under there, line it up to where I think it will look good. So it's centered here. I'll push it back a bit, like back here. I'm just going to stick it under there with my hand. Just going to push on it. There we go. Now if I put this under there, you can see it right there. But once again, from above or anything like that, you won't see it. So it's nice and tucked up in there. So now this cable is there for it. I'm just going to drag that cable back up through here and zip tie them together so they don't slack or anything like that. And that the cables are nice and tight. Okay, just to make sure that the 2 wires aren't slack, I pulled them together like this, really tight. Then I put a zip tie, I'm not sure you can see it right here, so around this and around the wires to keep them in place there so that they don't fall down again and then you start seeing wires showing there and on the other side or anything like that. So now I can tuck this back up in there. I need to plug this back in again because I unplugged it to do this. So I'm going to plug this back in, tuck everything back in there, put the head unit back in there, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, we've got the head unit back on now that everything's been done behind there. We got the light under there, and we got the light under here. So everything is now finished. So I'll show you the lights at night as well, but I'll show you them during the day now. So if we turn on the car, you see the lights come on. You got that one, you got the ones down there. I'll probably keep them on blue all the time to match these ones. I can change the color of these. Sadly, I can't use an app to change the color of these. I think I can actually, I don't know, but I don't know the app to change these. but I know the app to change these ones, which I'll show you in a minute. So I've got these on blue because they match. At night it's going to look so good, but that's that. I'll wait for this to load up real quick. Okay, so we go into this, we're going to apps. If you have like an Android head unit or anything like that, this, or you just want to get the app on your phone, this is the app you want to get. Lotus Lantern. You can get it on the Google Play Store. I don't know about iOS. I don't know if you can get it on that, but probably you can, probably. I don't know. But for Android, Lotus Lantern. So you want to click on that. It's going to ask you to agree to some nonsense. You can just agree. It says Lotus Lantern was turned on Bluetooth. You allow it, because that's how it connects to the thing. So be connected by Bluetooth. Then you want to go up to the top left, press this little button here. It says My Devices, and you see this device here. And that's the device that you want to see. So if I press that again, because I just disconnected it, you see here My Devices. You got whatever that says. And now, as you can see with these lights, if I tap like yellow, you see that they changed. I'll tap blue again, go back to blue. And then you've got like this color wheel, so you can just put your finger on it. As you can see, the lights are changing as I'm doing this. I feel like this is like so cool. Like you don't have to use this remote to change the lights or anything like that, because these remotes, it's like, although LED lights and stuff are cool, like RGB lights, these remotes just look cheap, and you have to bring this out every time you want to change the light in your car. It just looks a bit cheap. But I like how this, you can connect it to the app on your head unit, so it looks more OEM. So it's like really cool. You can just move all of this stuff around. But yeah, that's the app. I just wanted to show you guys the app working on it and stuff like that. So I'll cut now to when it's night time, and I'll show you guys the lights at night. Oh yeah, also you can press this button up here to turn off the lights. So if I press this, there you go. The lights turn off, and then if I press this again, the lights are back on. So it's a lot darker now. It's at night. As you can see, the footwell lights are both shining nice and blue. The main thing I wanted to show you was now the app again. There's also some presets at the bottom here. You got raw. So if you press that, you see it comes up with a bunch of different options that you can scroll through. So right now I'll switch it to 7 color crossfade. So now these will just crossfade into different colors. The speed is quite low, so if I turn up the speed here, you'll see the crossfade will go a lot quicker. And then if I put the speed down, then the fade will go much slower. We'll go back to the main screen. I normally just keep it on blue, to be honest, which is this one, because it just matches these lights that I got up here. So you can also set the brightness as well. So here you can drag this brightness counter. So if I drag it all the way down, you'll see that the light is very faint now. You can drag it up a bit more and just adjust the brightness to how you like it. Okay, here's what it looks like from the outside with the door shut. You can see it in there. They're on like the brightest setting right now. That's why you can see it quite well. Then open the door. You can see them there. You can't see any of the lights from any other angle, which is good. So it just has the luminous, if that's what the right word is. thing there, so you can't actually see the actual like LEDs under there. But yeah, this is it. Looks pretty nice. I love that you can control it with the word not coming to me today. I'm gonna call it the radio. Yeah, with the head unit. I like you can control it with the head unit because it just feels more integrated into the car, which is really nice. So yeah, that was the video. If you guys liked the video, then like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and until next time, peace.